Hey guys, Lani here from Ginger Food Garden. So in today's video, I wanted to take you to garden tour this winter. There's really not much going on, but I still wanted to show you what it's like right now. But first, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you can continue seeing all the garden updates. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification button so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. So let's get started on the deck garden, which has become the extension of my main garden. It is not very organized right now, even though I tried to, but oh well. I decided to grow a few more plants up here because up on this deck I get plenty of sun, which is great for a lot of fruiting, flowering, and root veggies. When I started gardening, I used dish pans as planters by drilling holes for drainage, and to this day I still use them. Here I have some different varieties of strawberries that are overwintering. I have put all the plants together to help retain the heat mass and protect them, and I have some pots with garlic that are getting its chill hours and also some that are just empty. I have a couple of cabbages and are planted with red vein sorrel and chives that I've protected with plastic sheeting. Unfortunately, I watered them overhead, so some of the leaves started rotting because of the excess humidity. Mistakes do happen in the garden all the time, but I'm leaving it as is for now to see what happens. I think it doesn't hurt to observe and find out if it'll survive or not. I vented the cover after discovering the issue, so hopefully it'll help. One of the gardening practices that I apply as much as possible is mulching. It comes with so many benefits, and one of it is being an insulator for the soil during the cold season. I added a few more barrel planters where I am building its soil, and guess what? I mulched them as well. This is also new, but I wanted to try if it's possible to grow grocery store garlic in these flower boxes. Gardening is a never-ending work in progress, so you'll see a lot of unfinished work and stuff everywhere, but that's just the reality of gardening. So let's move on to the main garden where most of the action happens. So this is the backyard garden in January 2023. Back in December, I started transitioning some of my containers, my tote planters, and grow bags to my new Vego garden raised beds before the busy growing season starts kicking in. I dedicated 2 of the Vego garden raised beds to growing raspberries and blackberries because we enjoyed them so much last year. I added some cages as well. In this space, I also have some containers, but I'm making a few changes to the setup soon, so don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button if you want to find out. In my first 2 Vego garden raised beds, I am still growing some cold hardy veggies such as cabbages, tree-colored, lettuce, kale, mustard, and spinach. We had a terrible winter storm not too long ago that affected a lot of folks in the United States, including us here in Maryland. Most of my cold-tolerant veggies survived because of the frost cover, but unfortunately my broccoli and cauliflower were the casualties. Without the DIY frost cover, I'm pretty sure none of the veggies would have survived. I take advantage of the warm days or whenever it's not raining here just to get some gardening tasks done, such as replenishing the soil in the pots and mulching them afterwards. I've also added some cages to my blueberry plants to see if it'll help deter deer from eating the foliage. As you can see, I've already have some buds that are coming out, and to me that's quite exciting because last year I wasn't able to get any fruits from here. I may get rid of some of the containers that were falling apart already, but these bucket planters still have remaining life to them, so I'm keeping them for now. Even though I love gardening in raised beds now, I still enjoy the benefits of container gardening, so these are staying in my garden. Moving on to the patio, where I have quite a few planters that honestly don't have any home for now, but this is the most reasonable place where I could keep them. Most of them have spring bulbs that are already starting to pop up, and some perennial herbs that are overwintering. I was going to get rid of those orange tote planters, but I think I'll still use them to grow some mint and a few native plants, because frankly, those tote planters look much better than my 2-year-old Dollar Tree pots. During the cold season, my focus is building and feeding the soil. I do that by composting both in composter and in containers. This is the most messy part of my garden. Yes, we all have them, so don't be ashamed to admit it. I have a few strawberries that I wasn't able to mulch and properly winterize, so I decided to make a wind protection using some stakes, sea-bites clips, and plastic sheeting. One of the ways I stabilize my greenhouse is by placing pots around it. Right now they are mulched and good for the cold season. I also did not disturb this area that much to keep the overwintering beneficial insects happy. Now let's get in the greenhouse and see what else is growing. I propagated a few strawberries from runners because I wanted to have some backups, but actually most of these will be in my new green stalk planter. I placed most of my cold tolerant but frost sensitive plants such as this purple tree colored and this pink celery. I stored my remesh panel temporarily in this greenhouse because the paint wasn't able to cure properly and I didn't want them to be exposed to rain and snow yet. I'm going to use this to improve my container garden trellising setup, so stay tuned for that in the next video. I kept some of the strawberry plants that are in smaller containers to give them a better chance to survive the cold weather. Here I also have more seedlings that are growing in my DIY dish pan planters such as kale, collard, lettuce, spinach, and mustard. These are among the seedlings that I have planted late in the season and didn't have the chance to mature before the cold season arrived. Between the lack of sunlight and the cold, they didn't have the chance to grow much, and so I consider it as being ahead of the spring season. And yes, I also have some pots with succulents, cilantro, peppermint, onions, and chives in this greenhouse. Because this is the time of year where you should be preparing your garden for, for success. Right now, I'm one of the crazy people who is outside braving this cold season, but it's kind of drizzling and with a little bit of snow. So I'm definitely crazy for being out here on my flip-flops. But you know what? It's very enjoyable to be in the garden, even if it's really cold. But I really just wanted to take a moment to show you the garden. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, and you can click that notification button as well so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. And of course, if you haven't liked it yet, I would really appreciate if you like this video and comment if you wanted to. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye. See you in the next one.